Hey everyone, welcome to Lost Connection Tarot. I'm Benjamin Snavely, and this is my new series, What Message Do I Need to Hear Now? This is episode 7, and this is How do I start listening and trusting myself more? Alright, so I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. It's going to be a 4-card spread. I am going to be focusing on the issue, the question basically, why I'm even asking it, what the challenge is based on the issue, the opportunity within the challenge, within the issue, and then simply the outcome or the most likely outcome. And with any tarot reading, things can always change. You don't have to listen to them. And so nothing is ever set in stone because it's our actions that create karma and create consequences, right? So let's go ahead and get into this. What, or I guess it's more how. How do I listen to myself and start trusting myself more? And for everybody, this is for anybody that is listening to the message, whether it is today or if it's 5 years from now. This message still holds true. It's for anybody that hears it. It does not matter what creed, color, religion, shoe size you are. This is for everybody. Okay, so how can I listen, or how do I listen and start trusting myself more? What is the issue? What is the challenge? What is the opportunity? And what is the most likely outcome? The issue, the challenge, the opportunity, and the most likely outcome. Okay. All right. The first card, the issue. How can I? First is, why am I asking this question? How can I trust myself? All right. So we have the Father of Cups in reverse. What are cups? Cups are our emotions. And the man, Father, this would be, or in all court cards, all fathers, all kings, they represent fire, right? Primal energy, the force, the will to go in a certain direction, right? And cups is, like I said, about empathy and sympathy and communication and intuition and I was about to say it. I'll see if I can. And just trying to understand our emotions. And with the Father of Cups, we're looking at someone that has their fire and their water imbalanced. So here, he is the Father. He has all of this energy and all of this passion, and yet he is lost in his own emotions. And so we can think of this person as someone that goes to the beat of their own drum, right? Anybody that would be considered Father of Cups, they are completely into their own emotions. They are highly intuitive, highly aware, probably open-minded, and expressive and artistic, and just maybe even flamboyant with how they dress or how they talk, but they're their own. They have their own beat, and they don't necessarily follow society, and they may even not like society because you're not allowed as a man to be one with your emotions, right? You're supposed to man up. And so this person probably feels very ostracized from society, probably doesn't think doesn't know how to fit in. And so, how can I start trusting myself more? The issue is you have squashed your emotions, right? You have pushed them down deep inside, and you probably are using drugs. You're probably using alcohol. You're probably doing something to just push those emotions down. And you don't want to recognize them, and you don't want to be one with them. And because of that, that makes you moody, that makes you depressed, that makes you jaded almost, and just a party pooper at times, where you don't really want to live and be expressive, because everything just is painful to you, because you don't necessarily know how to be yourself authentically, because you don't think you're going to be accepted for who you are, because you feel all of these emotions. You're an empath. You're naturally giving, and you're naturally sympathetic. And people may call you a pansy. People may call you a wimp. People may call you a sissy. And you don't have to be a guy for this. It could be anybody that is simply a more forceful figure, but on the emotional side, someone that wears their emotions on their sleeve, but still has that drive, that force, that kick to put themselves out there. So the issue that I see on, how do I start trusting myself, is first recognizing that you have been pushing your emotions deep down within yourself, not wanting and or accepting those emotions. So you're not technically accepting who you are as a person. That's your number one issue, is you need to recognize that those emotions color your life. Those emotions help you interact with the world at large, and let you see the beauty in things. And yet you just feel just torn, because your fire and your water are just out of whack, and they're fighting each other instead of tempering each other and working with each other. So that's the issue. Now, your challenge is the Judgment card, okay? It is the 20th card of the Major Arcana. Now, there's two types of cards in the tarot. You have the Major and the Minor Arcana. The Major Arcana goes from basically birth to figuring out how to manifest your own reality and living in this world where you basically feel like I have everything. And then all the Minor Arcana cards are kind of like our everyday life, looking at our productivity and how we interact with the world, our emotional stability, our intellectual capacity, and then our drive, our spirit, our force, right? And so your challenge is a major stepping stone in your life. And what it's asking you to do at the 20th card is it's asking you to recognize the purity of your truth and to rise above all of your fears, right? And shine your light to the world, and basically reawaken yourself and get out of this sad, depressive, myopic view, and start living your truth. So the Judgment card, in like traditional decks like the Rider-Waite, you see an angel blowing a horn and the dead arising. And that's not literally the dead arising. What it is like, I am finally recognizing the truth of who I am. I'm finally recognizing the path that I'm on. Like, I'm actually on a path, and that I actually have purpose. So it's intuitively, like, you've already gone through so many stages, so many trials and tribulations, and you're almost to the end. And your challenge is to walk your truth into the world, and to basically come out of the closet, so to speak, and simply just say, here I am, world, this is me, judge me. Okay? But honestly, you're not asking truly to be judged. What you're saying is, I no longer care about your judgment, so it doesn't matter if you judge me or not. I am so comfortable with who I am, because I have heard the message from inside my heart, and this is my truth, this is my calling, and therefore I have this love that emanates out of me, and I have this conviction, and it's almost like a shield that lets me go forth into the world and not worry about any of the haters, but it's still a challenge because this is where you are currently. You've repressed your emotions and you're not accepting who you are, and you're trying to hide your true self. And so your challenge is to openly be the Father of Cups right side up. It's the idea of simply just accepting your truth and listening to your heart, and it says you are this and this is where you should go. And you go, okay, and then you go, and you don't worry about anybody else. You don't care what society thinks. You don't care what your partner thinks. You don't care what your kids think. You don't care what your co-workers think. You don't care what anyone thinks, because your truth is your truth alone. And anybody that cares for you will support you. And anybody that does not support this truth being expressed on the physical plane of earth wasn't your friend in the first place. So you have nothing to worry about, right? Now, what is your opportunity? Your opportunity is a beautiful card. It's the Mother of Pentacles. So here you see this deer with its lovely fawn, and it is wholly of itself. So this is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Pentacles are kind of like the most balanced element. They kind of have all of other elements in it, because you need the spirit, which is fire. You need the emotions, which is water. You need the intellect, which is air, wind, or swords. All of those come together to create matter on earth. And so all of those things also create the human who is now on earth. So our body is a physical representation of a pentacle, right? And as you can see with the pentacle, you have the head, the two arms, and the two legs. And then the circle is like rolling through infinity, birth and rebirth and coming back and doing it over and over again. And the queen is water, right? All queens and all court cards are water. So now you have water and earth. You have someone that is extremely grounded in and understanding their own emotions. And what it is they have listened to themselves, and they are wholly of themselves. And because they emanate this love and this type of giving, where I want to give because that's who I am, and I have so much, and I'm completely balanced in my spirit and my physicality and my emotions and my intellect, that I'm able to produce true absolute wealth. And now I want to share that with all of the people that I love and care for. So your opportunity, if you rise to the challenge of being yourself, is that you can be the Mother of Pentacles, someone who basically knows the secrets of nature, and that is listening to nature, because you are nature. And if you listen to yourself, then you are also listening to nature. And nature doesn't say one thing and does another. Like, nature is truth. And if you want to know the secrets of how to become wealthy, you just follow what nature does, right? So the deer is always a deer, and it never tries to be a tiger or a platypus or anything else. And because it only is a deer and tries to be a deer, it is successful at being a deer. And you want to be yourself. And by being yourself and being true to your emotions, then you will have true wealth, and then you can emanate and give that abundance, because you will have so much. You will be abundant in your life, and then you can simply express that to other people. And it's a quiet strength. You don't have to force anything, because the queen is all about receptivity, right? It's all about giving and listening and just being one with nature. And they don't necessarily have to force anything. They simply just are. They just be themselves, and then everything else just kind of follows into place, which is lovely. Now, that is your opportunity. Your result, okay, is the Mother of Cups. So you have two mother cards, and it's with pentacles and it's with cups. So it's the idea of being productive, being healthy, having abundance here on earth, and then also having emotion fulfillment where you can give. People come to you for advice. People come to you to hear what you have to say, because you're just so like wise in your own intuition. You just emanate grace and beauty, and you're into art, and you listen to yourself, and you and your kids have a great relationship, and you're just giving, and you know how to fill your own cup. Therefore you don't mind filling other people's cups, because you know that yours is always going to be fulfilled, because you know where it gets fulfilled in the first place, which is from your own self, from your by listening to your own heart, and recognizing that you are the creator, and that you are the giver of your life and sustenance. Then you can then give that beautiful abundance to others in need, and then you can be a prime example of how to live on this earth, and just make other people feel comfortable and safe and good next to you, because they don't feel like you're going to judge them. They don't feel like you're going to do a tit for tat, like, hey, I made you a charcuterie board, so when are you going to make me my old fashioned? Like, it's none of that. It's just, I want to give because I like giving, and I like you, and therefore I'm going to give something to you, because why not? You mean something to me. So, if you're having trouble listening to yourself, and how do you start listening to yourself and trusting yourself more? It's don't repress your emotions. Don't repress your emotions. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Be your truth. Walk your truth. Let everybody recognize who you are, and you will fly above the haters, because you are going to be innocent, and you're not going to have anything weighing you down. You're not going to have fears. You're not going to have doubt. You're not going to have any of those things, because you have heard the message inside of yourself, and you know the message to be real and true. And because of that, you shake off all of these negative feelings that are pushing you down, and you can rise above all of that. And when you meet that challenge and actually live the life that you're supposed to live by listening to your own emotions and being yourself out into the world, then you have the opportunity to make something in the actual world where you are living in abundance, but then also you're emotionally fulfilled. And so you have a really, really great future if only you recognize your challenge and let go. Don't try to be something you're not. It's okay to be you. It's okay to have heavy emotions. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive the past. You need to move forward. You need to recognize that you may be living in the past, and that you may be afraid of the future, and therefore you're not even present. And when you can accept yourself, and you can accept your emotions, and you can start living and feeling these thoughts and feeling these feelings without having to run to distract yourself with whatever your distractions are, then everything will fall into place. You just need to believe in yourself and recognize that all of your emotions are okay and they're valid, and you need to recognize that you've been through trials and tribulations, and that's okay, and forgive yourself and move on. That is how you can start trusting yourself more. Don't repress your emotions. Don't let foreign substances and distractions not let you feel because you're afraid of the truth. The truth is you have a wonderful future ahead of you if only you rise to the challenge. Okay? So this is the message you need to hear now based on how do I listen and trust myself more. My name is Benjamin Snavely. This is Lost Connection Tarot. If you like what you hear, hit like, hit subscribe. If you want more content from Lost Connection Tarot, check us out on Facebook or check us out on Instagram. It is the same tag, Lost Connection Tarot. Have a great day, and I hope I see you again. Take care. Bye.